Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So we'll sing a Vaishnava song. Prabhu Tava Pada Yuge Mora Nivedana.
You will put it on the screen?
Yes.
Wow.
Can you see it?
I see in the translation of the Guru Puja.
Okay, sorry.
It's coming. Samash. Samash. Yeah.
Translation. My Lord, I submit the following prayer at your holy feet. I do not pray for your physical leisure, for learning, wealth, or followers.
I do not pray for even or salvation. I do not pray for any of these opulence.
In whatever birth I take, wherever my karma leads me, let me sing the glories of your holy name, birth after birth.
This alone is my cherished hope, my aspiration, my prayers at your lotus feet. Let causeless, uninterrupted devotion awaken within my heart and flow towards you.
Let me love your lotus feet as much as I now love sense gratification. Wow. I don't know if I really said it. Transfer my affection from the object of sense to your lotus feet.
In danger or success, good fortune or disaster, let me remain an equipoise. And let my affection for you increase day by the influence of the holy name.
Wait.
Seventh, right?
Where's the, yeah.
Whether I live as a bird or beast, in heaven or in hell, let the humble Bhakti Vinod always cherish Bhakti in his heart of hearts. Prabhu Tava Pada Yuge Murani Vedana. Tava Pada Yuge Murani Vedana. Prabhu Tava Pada Yuge Murani Vedana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I hope you are able to see my screen. Ekanath? Okay. So, welcome everybody. We are going to discuss from Chaitanya Charitamrit Adi Leela, chapter 12 and shloka 39, text number 39 till 41. So, I'll read 39 and 41. 39 and 40, 41 will recite together. पूर्वे महाप्रभु मोर करे न सम्मान दुख पाई मने आमी कहलु अनुमान. So just to remind you of the context, so there was an associate of, like in the previous chapters, in the 10th chapter the branches of Chaitanya tree are described. In the next chapter, 11th chapter, the branches of Nityanand tree are described. Now the author Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is describing the branches of Advaita tree, like Advaitacharya and his associates. By tree, it's like he's trying to mention that if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a tree, so he has so many branches. Nityananda Advaitacharya, and there are so many other devotees, all are like his branches of that Chaitanya tree. So similarly, Advaitacharya has many associates also. In the previous text, he mentioned about his 3 sons who are devotee and 3 sons who are not devotees. He has total 6 sons. And now he is telling about one of associates of Advaitacharya whose name was Kamlakant Vishwas, who was very ardent follower of Advaitacharya, but he has a problem. Like what he did, Advaitacharya somehow owe 300 rupees to the king of Puri, Raja Pratap Rudra. So he wrote a letter to Raja Pratap Rudra that although Advaitacharya is Supreme Personality of Godhead, you should liquidate his debt. You should not consider his debt. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard of it, that Kamlakant Vishwas has written such letter, so he chastised him very heavily. How can you say that there could be a debt on Supreme Personality of Godhead? Yes, it is true. Advaitacharya is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is incarnation of Mahavishnu. But can Krishna be in debt? Can somebody owe Krishna something? Krishna owes something to somebody. Out of love, yes. Krishna says that I'm in debt of gopis or my devotees. Like you can purchase Krishna by devotional service, but otherwise Krishna doesn't owe anything to anybody. Everything belongs to Krishna. Everything came from Krishna and it belongs to Krishna. So when he wrote such a letter, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chastised him heavily, and now Advaitacharya is consoling him that don't worry, it is alright. Actually, it is a great mercy that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is chastising you. So we'll read this text. Hare Krishna. And where is the translation? Text 39. Formerly, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always respected me as his senior, but I do not like such respect. Therefore, my mind being afflicted by unhappiness, I made a plan. So now he is telling that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chastised him by his own plan. Mukti Sreshta Kari Kainu Vasishta Vyakhyana Krodha Hayya Prabhu More Kailapamana. Thus I expounded the Yoga Vasishtha, which considers liberation the ultimate goal of life. For this the Lord became angry at me and treated me with apparent disrespect. So somehow I have been assigned 2 shlokas with purport, so I'll read both of them. There is a book of the name Yoga Vasishtha that Mayavadi greatly favor because it is full of impersonal understandings regarding the Supreme Personality of Godhead with no touch of Vaishnavism. Factually, all Vaishnavas should avoid such a book, but Advaitacharya, wanting punishment from the Lord, began to support the impersonal statement of Yoga Vasishtha. Thus, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became extremely angry at him and seemingly treating him disrespectfully. So it is all plan of Advaitacharya. He do not want formal relationship with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he was very senior in age. He was around 145 years old when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was below 24, I would say. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to, as a matter of etiquette, he gave him so much respect, but he didn't want that. So what he did, he devised this plan that he will speak Mayavad, and like this is in the blood of our tradition, in our Guru Shishya Parampara, that one should not tolerate Mayavad at any cost. I remember a brief example of one of the follower. Like there are 2 examples I would say. One, any of you read this book by Bhurijan Prabhu, Prabhupada disciple, My Glorious Spiritual Master? So Bhurijan Prabhu was asked to preach in Japan, And in Japan, he met some Indian people, Sindhis, who promised him that we will give you some land to make temple. So he was okay. That's good. We are getting some land to build a temple into. So before that, before they give this land, so Prabhupada came to Tokyo. Tokyo is the capital of Japan, and they happened to make arrange a program for Prabhupada to speak on, and they invited their own guru also. Those Hindi devotees, those people, those Indians, they invited their own guru also, and they arranged a place. It was outside of city. Everybody traveled to that place, and everything was fine. That program was set up. Devotees did kirtan, and they asked Prabhupada to give a lecture first. So there was Prabhupada and that's Mayavadi guru of themselves. So Prabhupada spoke very beautifully on Krishna, and after half an hour, Prabhupada concluded. And Prabhupada knew that this person is Mayavadi, but somehow there was only one Vyasasana. So now these Indians, they requested devotees to ask Prabhupada to vacate Vyasasana for the Mayavadi guru to speak. Prabhupada didn't left the place. Prabhupada remained seated. Prabhupada said nothing. So now it became very awkward for devotees also and for those Indians also that now Prabhupada is Jai Shri Saraswati Ki Jai Shri Shri Saraswati Ki Jai Tena Dale Sulra Maharani Ki Jai Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. So devotees, it became a little awkward what to do now. So these Indians, what they did, they arranged another seat, another chair for this Mayavadi sannyasi to speak upon, to sit on and then speak. So Prabhupada remained seated and he was just closed his eyes and chanting japa. And eventually this Mayavadi sannyasi started speaking, and he was just speaking bogus Mayavad. And everybody is Krishna, you are Krishna, I am Krishna, everybody is Krishna, there is nothing. It is something inside Krishna who is speaking, it is not Krishna. And Guruji is writing there that Prabhupada was visibly getting angry. Slowly, Prabhupada became red hot. As this Mayavadi guru was speaking, he keep on speaking, and Prabhupada became more and more angry. He became red hot. And suddenly, out of sudden, Prabhupada screamed, "Stop him!" Now devotees don't know what to do. How to stop him? So what they did, they stand up and they loudly started chanting Kirtan. Loudly started chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And it became a chaos in that program. And eventually this Mayavadi sannyasi could not speak. And it happened that they didn't give any land and nothing. Everything happened. Prabhupada said it's okay. Krishna will provide. So this is our Guru Shishya Prabhupada, that one must not tolerate any Mayavadi. Either we leave the place or defeat his arguments. That's why Prabhupada stressed so much on studying our Shastras. That one should be able to counteract all those arguments. Those Mayavadi sannyasi, Mayavadi people that they gave. It is mentioned by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also that Mayavadi bhashya sunle haile sarvanash. Those who listen to this Mayavadi doctrine, their whole life will be doomed. A similar incident is mentioned in one of the books of His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. Have you read this book, Speaking Strongly in the Service of Srila Prabhupada? In the introduction of this book, he is mentioning why I wrote this book. So it's a very funny incident. Again, a similar incident like in this book, My Glorious Future Master. So I guess it is Soho Temple or Manor. One of these temples, they invited Bhakti Vikas Maharaj to speak to in a temple that belongs to some Hindu organization, who also promised them some land for building another temple. So they invited him, and it is a temple. It is a typical Hindu temple with many gods, demigods like Ganesha and this and that. So Bhakti Vikas Maharaj came, he gave a lecture, and after the lecture, one of the person stand up. Bhakti Vikas Maharaj asked, "Do you have any question?" So this person stood up and he asked this question. You said in the lecture that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the only God and this and that. But I worship this God, this demigod. I am not naming this demigod purposely. I worship this. For me, everybody is same. If you worship this, if you worship that, this is all same. All paths lead to the same person, same goal. So Bhakti Vikas Maharaj very politely replied that no, it is not true. All paths do not lead to the same destination. So, but he keep on presenting his view that no, I worship this God. He is same. This is same. Krishna is same. This God is same. Every God is same. You can worship anybody. So Bhakti Vikas Maharaj spoke a very profound statement. He said that worshipping anybody other than Krishna is like garlanding the dead bodies. And now this man become furious. Somehow he was the president of this Hindu organization, and he tried to attack Bhakti Vikas Maharaj.
Really?
Yes. And devotees stopped him somehow.
Physically?
Sorry?
Physically?
Yes.
Okay.
His wife tried to got hold of him. Devotees tried to ease out the situation, try to be in the middle, but eventually devotees had to leave that place. And they didn't give any land to the devotees. But Maharaj said it's okay. Krishna will provide. We do not lead, we do not intermingle with these Mayavadis. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. If Krishna wants, Krishna can drop any amount of land, anything on your head, if you are ready to accept it, if you are ready to take care of it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, he even chastised Advaita Acharya, his own associate, who is Supreme Personality of Godhead, because he was presenting Mayavadi Bhashya. It is that much intolerant for us. Either leave the situation if you cannot counteract, if you cannot defend your stance, your Vaishnava philosophy. If that situation would be too much for you, so leave the place or counteract them with the proper argument. That's why it's highly necessary to read Prabhupada books and to Prabhupada speaks so much about how to counteract Mayavad. Okay, text 41. This we will recite. Danda paya haila mor parama ananda. Danda paya haila mora parama ananda. Ye danda paila bhagyavana Shri Mukunda. Danda paya haila mora parama ananda. Danda paya receiving the punishment.
receiving the punishment.
Haila, come, Mora, my, Parama, very great, Ananda, happiness, Yedanda, the punishment, Paila, got, Bhagyavan, the most fortunate, Shri Mukunda, Shri Mukunda. Translation: when chastised by Lord Chaitanya, I was very happy to receive a punishment similar to that awarded Shri Mukunda. Purport: Shri Mukunda, a great friend and associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, used to visit many places where people were against the Vaishnav cult, again Mayavad. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know of this, he punished Mukunda, forbidding him to see him again. Although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was soft like a flower, he was also strict like a thunderbolt, and everyone was afraid to allow Mukunda to come again into the presence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mukunda, therefore, being very sorry, asked his friend whether he would one day be allowed to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When the devotees brought this inquiry to Lord Chaitanya, the Lord replied, Mukunda will get permission to see me after many millions of years. When they gave this information to Mukunda, he danced with jubilation. And when Lord Chaitanya heard of that Mukunda was so patiently waiting to meet him after millions of years, he immediately asked him to return. There is a statement about this punishment of Mukunda in Chaitanya Bhagavad Madhya Khand, 10th chapter. Om Agyantamirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Padamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Uta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saranaraghanatham Hitam Tam Sadivam Savadetam Savadutam Parijan Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Radha Saranavita Shri Vishakha Vita Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuveva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Govinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Peshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Hukum karoti vachalam pangam lagayate giram yatkipatadam vande shigrum dinataranam. Hare Krishna. So before I start, I would like to mention that this class, you are all associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this class is not for you. This class is for me certainly. There is a lot when I read these verses, these texts. So and I was thinking what to speak of. I can find out that there are a lot need to be corrected inside. So whatever I am speaking, it is for myself and for the pleasure of the devotees like you who are present here. So here Advaita Acharya is describing how glorious it is to be chastised by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You are Bhagyavan. He is telling this to Kamalakant Vishwas, and he is giving example also, that his own example, that he deliberately spoke Mayavad so that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will chastise him. And similar incident happened in the life of Shri Mukunda also, who was kind of behaving like Mayavadis. He used to visit so many places. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, discarded him, forbidding him to meet him. And when he inquired from devotees, when will I next see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him that told that, he will be able to see me after millions of years, and he becomes so jubilant. Oh, at least I have a chance. Just few millions years, and I'll be able to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard of this, he becomes so merciful. So the point that we can take about here is that, a devotee should be ready to accept chastisement. Because of mode of passion, like this material world is driven mostly by people are driven mostly by mode of passion or ignorance. Rarely it is seen that people are in mode of goodness. So because of mode of passion, nobody wants to hear his own criticism, nobody wants to accept feedback. One time in one of the lecture, Swami Maharkesh Maharaj was mentioning, feedback is the breakfast of the champions. Even if you see the life, closely observe the life of Srila Prabhupada, he accepted feedback from anybody. When he was distributing books on the streets of Delhi, when nobody was there, there were no ISKCON, he used to visit Delhi from in the third class train from Vrindavan, and he used to write, proofread, print everything himself, and distribute also these leaflets. And one of the conductor, I guess it was a bus conductor, who told him that, Swamiji, what is the use of distributing these leaflets, these papers? Write a book, write something substantial. And he accepted that feedback also. So similarly, when he reached America and he had this paralysis attack, and a doctor came to see him, and this doctor told him that ask the old man to go for a walk. He just stayed inside always. And Prabhupada accepted it like as if my Guru Maharaj speaks through him. But when we heard some feedback, or when it is a great subject matter, how to give feedback also. In corporate world also, it's a big, it takes around many days seminar, how to give feedback and how to accept feedback. Generally they give us this analogy of giving us sandwich feedback. Speak something good about it, and then what you really need to say in a polite manner. Krishna also speak in Bhagavad Gita 17th chapter of 15th shloka, Anudev karam vakyam satya priya hitam chayat, that speak the truth but in a palatable way. That so that this person will also not feel bad about it. So if one has to give feedback, he must give it in a first positive things, then the real feedback, and then again the positive things. Sandwich approach. But at times when we live in the association of the Vaishnavas, in the company of the Vaishnavas, they do not follow this sandwich approach. At times they give the direct feedback also. So how we should accept it? Actually, we should accept it as their kripa. Because nobody can chastise anybody just like that. Let's take an example. You are going to Paris in the train, Transilien, SNCF, and you see somebody is doing some mischief, some nonsense. Can you just directly go and chastise him? What you're doing? Somebody is playing music loud. You might not. I don't know, like somebody smoking cigarette in the train, or any nonsense he is doing. But we might not feel very encouraged to correct him, or to give him feedback, or to chastise him, to scold him. We can only do these things if the person has a relationship with us, if we know this person, if we are comfortable with this person. So similarly, if somebody is chastising us, if somebody is correcting us, if somebody is giving feedback to us, if somebody is stopping us from doing nonsense, we should accept it as that this person really cares for me. This person really wants me to be a better person. That is his kripa. The similar thing is mentioned by Advaitacharya also. He's using this word Bhagyavan Sri Mukunda. Why is this Bhagyavan? Because he was chastised by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is really fortunate that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving kripa to him in the form of his chastisement. And we can see from the example of Srila Prabhupada also, he used to chastise his disciples so much. So much. Any of you read this book, The Juhu Story by Loknath Maharaj? No, Loknath Maharaj. He also wrote a book.
Yeah.
Bombay is my office, I think that's the name of the book. Okay. So in this, so he was mentioning about an incident. You heard of this Juhu land, how we got this Juhu land? It was a big fight. Like there was one Mr. N who was a very crooked person. What he used to do, he has a property on a very prime location on Juhu beach. So it is like to this date also, it is this Juhu land is this ISKCON property on Juhu beach. Juhu is a very posh area of Mumbai. Like all the big movie stars and rich people, they have their properties there, their resident there in Juhu. So what Mr. N used to do, that he used to sell this property to somebody, and then he used to create problems in the life of the person, so that eventually this person has to give away this property back to Mr. N. And that's how Mr. N used to make money. So when devotees also find out that this is a nice property, so they bought this property, and then what Mr. N did, Mr. N started creating problems there on the Juhu land. He started sending goons. Even devotees were beaten, and there are many incidents like that. And eventually, this land was very austere. There was nothing. It was just a jungle there. There were big rats, big snakes were there. There was no running water. And for the early disciple of Srila Prabhupada who came from America or different part of the world, it was very austere for them to live there. But Prabhupada liked this place. Prabhupada said it is a very nice place, we'll keep this. Prabhupada specifically told them, no matter what, no matter how many problems we are facing, just stay there. But somehow, the two disciples of Srila Prabhupada who was in charge at that time, Tamal Krishna Prabhu and Shyam Sundar Prabhu, they become disturbed, they become because of these problems there and the problem created by Mr. N, they become so disturbed, they sold the land back to Mr. N. And when Prabhupada came and he get to know that they have sold this land back, he became too furious. He chastised them so much. Not only he chastised them at that time, what he used to do, whenever a very great influential person used to visit Prabhupada in Juhu, he asked devotees to bring Tamal Krishna and Shyam Sundar, and he make them stand there. And in front of that person, he used to say, "These are my American disciples. They sold the land back to Mr. N. They are number one fools."
Wow.
In front of that person. And I'm not, I heard this from the mouth of Tamal Krishna Maharaj itself. There's a video, Memories of Srila Prabhupada. You can hear it yourself. Prabhupada used to parade them, both of them. Whenever a very influential person used to visit, Prabhupada asked, bring Tamal Krishna and Shyam Sundar. He used to introduce them. They are my American disciples. They are number one fools. They sold the land back to Mr. N. I told them not to. But, this is the glories of the disciple of Srila Prabhupada also. That if Srila Prabhupada was great, and his disciple was also even great, he tolerated everything. They know that Srila Prabhupada is chastising them so that they can learn and they can correct themselves. There are many such mistakes that his disciple did. Prabhupada chastised them so heavily, but they tolerated it. But all of them tolerated this chastisement of Prabhupada because they know Srila Prabhupada loves us so much. And because he loves us so much, he is correcting us. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj used to say that if we would also chastise you all, he asked, telling this to his disciples that if we also chastise you, just like Prabhupada used to chastise us, none of us you will be there. You all will leave. So it's a great, if somebody is chastising us, so we must take it as mercy. But when somebody chastises us, when somebody corrects us, our mode of passion, do not let us accept it as kripa, isn't it? It makes us, let me give my facts and figure clear. Let me represent myself also. I also have right to speak. I will tell him what is the truth. So now in such situation, if somebody chastises us, what to do in such situation? Prabhupada has given a very profound quote, very profound statement that greatness of one's greatness has to be estimated by how much he can tolerate in provoking situation. If somebody is chastising you, somebody is scolding you, even if it is not your fault, be tolerant, accept it. So I jot down 3 situations like how we can accept chastisement. So first is like how we should accept chastisement from the seniors. If your guru or your some senior devotees are chastising you, like in all the situations you have to tolerate it first. It is common in all situations. You cannot retaliate. No, I was not like that. This is not my fault. Why you're saying to why you're doing this? Why you're telling this to me? So just tolerate it. And even if you are right and they are chastising you, so present your case when they are cool, when they are when they are eased out. So if your seniors or if your guru is chastising you, accept it as their mercy. Do not retaliate. There must be, they are senior, they must be seen some fault in us, so accept it. But when your equals are chastising you, it's difficult to accept chastisement. Or some equal is finding fault in you. Tolerate it at that time also. But once they are also, cooled off, so approach them very submissively that why you are doing this to me. Then present your case that why I was behaving like that or why I was doing that. So because at that time they are also cool, so they will accept the thing as they are. They will also not argue back. But once if they are angry and you will also, if they are angry and they are chastising you or scolding you and you will also retaliate. So it would be like, it would be like just the fight among the Brahmanas from the side of Daksh Prajapati and the associates of Lord Shiva. It is just curse and counter curse. It will lead to nothing. It will just lead to disaster. So one of the person has to be intelligent enough to cool off. Let me tolerate it right now, and I will speak when the time will be right, when this person will be in good mood. So again, for juniors also, if some junior chastise you, oh, what you are doing? You don't know how to serve. So again, at that time, say sorry and tolerate it. Actually, this tolerance is a very great ornament for a Vaishnava. Like we can see, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted feedback from so young people also. We must have heard this example that one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was holding his tongue between his teeth, and he was going to field to do his morning duties to clear his stomach. And he happened to meet an 8-year-old boy, Gopal, who told him, what are you doing? Why are you holding your teeth, your tongue between your teeth? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him that, I am addicted to chanting Hare Krishna. I cannot stop myself. But now I am going to the field to clear my stomach. I cannot chant there. So this 8-year-old boy told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that, can't you die there? You can die anywhere. So why you are not chanting Hare Krishna there? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted it. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu named this boy, you are not Gopal, you are Gopal Guru. And eventually this boy became Gopal Guru Goswami. So if the juniors are also giving feedback, chastisement, they are also correcting us, accept it. If it is right, accept it. If they are wrong, give them feedback, counter feedback when they are in good mood, when they are cool also. So, but as a Vaishnava, we must tolerate. We must learn to tolerate. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to live in the company of the Vaishnavas. Like, generally, a Vaishnavas are, they have unison in their head, heart, and mouth. People outside, they are totally different in all three places. In the head, they are thinking something else. In the heart, they want something else. But on the mouth, they are speaking something else. Isn't it? The people we meet on the street, they from the heart they want something else. In the head, they are thinking something else. But on the mouth, they pretend to be, oh my friend, mon ami, this and that. Right. But a Vaishnava is same everywhere. In the head, in the heart, and in mouth. In all those three places, he always want better for the people. So if some Vaishnavas chastise us also, we must accept it in a positive manner. That yes, it is for my own betterment. This person is really my suhid. This person really loves me because he is correcting me. Otherwise, nobody else will correct me. People do not like. I'm so sorry to say, especially in West, how many people really have good friends? They are just friends for some occasion or for some purpose. As soon as the purpose is finished, in corporate world there is a saying that what's in it for me? What's in it for me? That for everything, I must say this thing to myself, like whether to be friend with this person, what's in it for me? What this person will bring in my life if I'll be friend with him. If this person is useless for me, so it's not worth to have friendship with him. So especially us who are living in the company of Vaishnavas, we must tolerate, we must learn to tolerate the chastisement. Even if it is just like when there is storm outside, what is expected from a person? He will sit down. He will sit down, take shelter of something, and when the storm will pass, then he'll come out and do his things, do what is meant to be done. So similarly, if things are going right, if everybody is chastising us, take shelter of the holy names, chant Hare Krishna at that time. So I'll just end with one more example of Srila Prabhupada. In Netherlands, in Amsterdam, in the Amsterdam temple, devotees arranged an initiation ceremony, and they were all new, they were naive, they do not know how to behave. So Srila Prabhupada came, and Srila Prabhupada, so the fire yajna was about to happen, and Prabhupada saw that everything is not ready, everything is not appropriate. Prabhupada asked the president, bring some fruits. So he thought like Prabhupada is asking fruit for eating. So whatever fruits were there, he made devotees cut the fruit and present it to Prabhupada. Prabhupada becomes so angry. And nothing was ready. Like there were many shortcomings. And so Prabhupada become red hot, like Prabhupada became so angry. And at that time, devotee used to, whenever somebody become angry, so devotee used to say, why you are so angry? Why don't you chant Hare Krishna? So there was one hippie also with long hairs, who was also, visiting temple, chanting Hare Krishna. So when he saw this incident is happening, Prabhupada was chastising devotees, and there was media also. There was, these press reporters were also there, and they were seeing Prabhupada chastising his devotees so much. So he just stand up from his seat and went to Prabhupada with his beads and asked Prabhupada, why you are so angry? Why don't you chant Hare Krishna? And Prabhupada accepted those beads and started chanting Hare Krishna. So whenever things are not going as our way, take shelter of the holy names. Start chanting Hare Krishna. When the storm will pass, come out and do what is meant to be done. Jaguru Shri Prabhupada ki
Good job.
jai. Anybody has any comment, correction or questions? Yes, Guru.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for the nice class. Very enlivening. One question is about you gave the example of Tamal Krishna and
Shyam Sundar.
Shyama that because of some difficulties they had to do something and probably they didn't wanted to lose time or whatever it is, and speak with Prabhupada. So they act in a way that it was not pleasant for Prabhupada. So in those situations when we are into some like difficulties and we have to act like fast and we are not consulting authorities, we may do mistake and wrong things, and then after we may regret those mistakes. My question is then how to act properly in those situations. Like,
As you mentioned in your example also and in this example also, that they should have consulted Prabhupada before making any move. And especially in those days, we can still, we can consider that, Prabhupada might be traveling, Prabhupada might be not reachable. But in today's world, we have mobile.
yeah,
It is still very easy to directly talk to your guru right now,
yeah,
isn't it? Within few hours, you can talk to him. Nobody is unreachable these days. Everybody is so connected. So, first of all, precaution is better than the cure. That before making any move, even like you have to make some decision, consult with somebody. That I am in this situation, what I should do. If the senior is saying do this or do that, just follow the orders. Then it would be right, it would be wrong. That will be his ownership. Isn't that fault will not? People will not ask you that you took this decision because this decision came from up. He told you to do this, so I followed the orders. But if somehow I could not consult because of my mode of passion, I forget to consult because I make the mistake. So be ready to accept the chastisement also.
okay.
That is the, how you say prashchit in English, atonement for the mistake.
Yeah.
Yes, you made the mistake, so accept the chastisement. Accept it. That is how will fix the. That is required.
Yeah.
That is for my own purification. I did the mistake, so I have to accept it.
Thank you.
Anybody have any comment? Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, just one thing I heard from ISKCON Prabhu when he was on the ISKCON in Bangladesh 2021, 2022. He said, and in this mindset, it really struck me. ISKCON Prabhu said, we live to be corrected. In all our devotional services, we live to be corrected. And he said it with such an emphasis that we live in devotional service to be chastised, to be corrected by the spiritual master. And Prabhupada, on the other hand, he says that failures are the building blocks for success. That we have to make mistakes in order to progress in our devotional life. And that really struck me, that we actually want to be chastised, we want to be corrected, and we live in our devotional life to be corrected like that.
Thank you for mentioning it. I also wrote these 3 lines. I could not speak it. Like I didn't find it very, goes with the same subject matter. But a devotee should speak without offending, listen without defending, and live without pretending.
Can you repeat?
Is there on the screen. Speak without offending, listen without defending, live without pretending. Generally, it happens with our way, the tone we use. We offend people when we speak. We listen not to accept what they are saying, but to defend our position. How will you say so? And we live a false life just to pretend, oh, I am such a nice Vaishnava. Here I am. So, just same on all 3 places. head, heart, and mouth. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
These three lines are really beautiful but very difficult.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. What is easy in this life? Enjoyment in material what is easy? It is impossible. At least bhakti is difficult, but it is possible. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. Tolerate.
His Grace Rasa Parayana.
Jai.
Tolerate Rasa Parayana also.